Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faith, and today guys I'll be checking out the top 10 times the View host lost it on a guest. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be funny, I know for sure. And you guys, I'm super excited for this. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing, give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And if you are ready, let's jump right into this video.
If you can't take the heat, you better stay off The View. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times The View hosts lost it on a guest. For this list, we're looking at explosive moments where the ladies of The View couldn't hold back and lost their temper on a guest. We won't be talking about fights among the regular hosts, though guest co-hosts are fair game.
Because here's how it gets spun in the media. Rosie, big, fat, lesbian, loud Rosie, attacks innocent, pure Christian Elizabeth. And I'm not doing it for the rest of the...
Number 10. Everyone on Nene leaks. The drama may not be as apparent during the interview itself, but there's no denying there was definitely some shade being thrown around.
Why can't we see your furniture?
She got it.
Because, honey, we have to have security measures. Oh. But you're showing the house.
The TV personality and actress was hoping to talk about her Broadway role on the talk show, but instead, comments were made about the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast members' marriage.
I love being married. But why did you get divorced in the first place? Well, honey, I had to teach him a lesson.
The conversation also turned to her friendship with Donald Trump. After her appearance, Nene took to the Twitterverse and called the hosts a bunch of judgmental, quote, mean girls. Whoopi Goldberg was surprised to hear that Leaks was so unhappy with the interview, and while speaking with Andy Cohen on his Late Show, suggested she come back so they could try again. Something tells us that won't be happening anytime soon.
Did you know when she left that day that she was feeling sour?
You know what? I didn't. You know, right. Come on. Really, Nene?
Number 9. Everyone on Donald Trump.
I really believe there's a birth certificate. Why, look, she's smiling. Why doesn't he show his birth certificate? And you know what? I wish he would.
Before he became the president of the United States, Donald Trump was a huge critic of Barack Obama. His most infamous gripe with the former POTUS was on the question of his citizenship, and Trump constantly demanded to see his birth certificate. He brought this up to the ladies of The View, and things got a little heated.
I want him to show his birth certificate. There's something on that birth certificate that he doesn't like.
Oh, my God.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Whoopi, I'm telling you.
Whoopi,
I love you. I'm telling you.
At one point, everyone was talking at once, but Whoopi ended the chaos by calling it, quote, the biggest pile of dog mess she'd heard in ages. Surprisingly, the interview finished on a pretty positive note, with Trump and Barbara Walters hugging it out.
You're a great character. You're a great friend of ours. We don't know whether you should be president, but we do know that you will enjoy watching.
But you do admit I'd be a great president.
Number 8. Barbara Walters and Whoopi Goldberg on Glenn Beck. In this case, we don't just get one segment, but two. However, it might be more appropriate to call them rounds because Whoopi Goldberg and Barbara Walters took Glenn Beck to the ring. Right off the bat, the then Fox News political commentator said he was nervous about being on the show, and he had good reason.
Have you looked the way Whoopi is looking at me?
For 2 segments, he was grilled on his politics, his habit of crying on the air, and his lack of journalistic integrity.
Do you ever check your facts? But you were wrong here. Yeah. And here's why it pissed me off. Here's why it pissed me off.
As usual, the ladies were not subtle about the issues, with Walters criticizing him for not fact-checking and Goldberg allegedly calling him, quote, a lying sack of dog mess.
We're going to give you a chance to breathe. I'm sure that you meant well.
We're giving you another segment.
And we'll give you another segment.
Number 7. Elizabeth Hasselbeck on Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin is a comedian who doesn't hold anything back. She's edgy, and her humor has the tendency to offend. Elizabeth Hasselbeck doesn't appear to be a fan and decided to let Griffin know when she came on the show.
You said things about people here that are A, untrue, and B, not so funny. So do you ever feel weird like them coming here, say, and sitting here? And
apparently, the comedian had made a joke or two at Hasselbeck's expense, and the View host was not happy about it. So she called Griffin out on the jokes, which ended up being to the comedian's delight, even after she was told her jokes weren't funny.
I'm cool if you're cool. I think it's all for a joke.
So cool.
It's all cool.
As the comedian lives for uncomfortable moments, she tried to make Hasselbeck get really angry at her, but the host eventually backed down.
Anything else you'd like to say, Elizabeth?
No,
because this is just getting good.
Number 6. Whoopi Goldberg on Kate Gosselin. When Kate Gosselin of John and Kate Plus 8 Stardom guest co-hosted The View, she talked about her custody battle with John, and things got ugly.
That's the law. That's what the law says. But you could have gone to jail.
Kate didn't like the babysitter John picked for the kids, so she went to his house and called the police when he didn't let her in. Sherry Shepherd was understanding, but Whoopi Goldberg did not like what she was hearing.
You cannot do that. I know. And I'm saying I agree with you, when they do it to you.
She laid into Kate, saying she was lucky she didn't go to jail for breaking the custody agreement. Well, you can always count on Goldberg to put things bluntly.
I can't even deal with the rest of this. We're going to go and come right back with more hot topics.
Number 5. Joy Behar on Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Fake news has been a hotly debated topic since before Donald Trump was elected president in 2016, so The View decided to tackle it with Sarah Huckabee Sanders since she was the then White House press secretary.
This has been a consistent talking point of his and the administration's. It's dangerous because the media is here for a purpose. It has a very important historical role.
The conversation started pretty civilly, with each side talking about accountability and responsibility of the media and of the administration. That is, until Joy said that it's the media's job to point out all of Trump's lies.
The media is supposed to not report on the fact that 95% of what he says is a lie.
This put Sanders on the defensive, which is always an uncomfortable position for a guest, especially when Goldberg pointed out some questionable statements by the president.
Where was President Obama born, and is he an American citizen?
I think this has been pretty well addressed.
Number 4. Whoopi Goldberg on Jeanine Pirro.
I'm not here to talk about what Donald Trump is and isn't.
No, you gotta answer the question.
Tempers had begun flying in this interview early on with Judge Jeanine Pirro, a Trump supporter and Fox News reporter. But things took a turn for the worse when she diagnosed Goldberg with, quote, Trump derangement syndrome.
Listen, I don't have Trump derangement. Let me tell you what I have.
Okay.
I have I'm tired of people starting a conversation with Mexicans or liars and rapists. I'm tired of people starting a conversation about this country.
Goldberg fired back that what she actually is tired, and laid out all the things she didn't agree with Trump about. Pirro then tried to debate the subject, which turned into a yelling match, and ended with Goldberg saying she was done while ripping up her cards. After the interview, Goldberg explained that she doesn't like to lose her cool, but she hates being called hysterical even more.
Thank you to Judge Jeanine Pirro. Her book, Liars, Cheaters, and Liberals is out now.
Number 3. Whoopi Goldberg on Ann Coulter. Ann Coulter and controversy. Somehow, these two things just seem to go hand in hand. Coulter has always been very vocal with her opinions, so it's not surprising that she also took them with her to The View. This time, she claimed that white guilt got African Americans lighter prison sentences, or even none at all, and that this really started with O.J. Simpson being acquitted.
With the O.J. verdict, white America said that's it, the white guilt bank is shut down, and that ended up being the best thing that ever happened to black Americans.
Well, Whoopi Goldberg did not like this at all, and told Ms. Coulter that not only didn't she know what she was talking about, but also that she didn't know what it was like to be black.
If you're gonna talk about race, at least know what you're talking about.
What followed was Coulter trying to defend her argument while being shut down repeatedly by Goldberg. Number 2. Joy Behar on Omarosa Manigault Newman. Joy Behar hasn't made her opposition to Donald Trump a secret, so when Omarosa Manigault Newman, a Trump supporter who worked in the White House, came on the show in 2017, people got the popcorn ready. Things got a little heated when Omarosa rubbed the fact that Trump is president in Joy's face.
Joy, I know it's got to be really, really hard after, the last year and a half of all the things that you said about Donald to see him sitting in the Oval Office. I know it's got to be hard for you.
Joy reiterated that she was waiting for Trump to apologize to the people he insulted, like veterans and the disabled, to the delight of the audience.
I'm waiting for him to apologize for all the things he said about
you.
No, not to me, to veterans, to John McCain, to the handicapped, the disabled.
Omarosa went back on The View in 2018 after falling out with the president, and admitted that Trump had coached her to fight with Joy.
He basically coached you before you came on the show last time.
He was so upset because he said that you was constantly in his face, in Melania's face.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg on Bill O'Reilly. Politics and religion are topics that can always create a heated conversation, and this one definitely brought the fire. Political commentator Bill O'Reilly has always held strong opinions that not everyone agrees with. In this case, O'Reilly felt that it was inappropriate that a Muslim mosque was being built so close to what was formerly the site of the World Trade Center.
The mosque down here on 9/11. That's inappropriate. It's sure they have a right to do it and in the Constitution, but it's inappropriate because a lot of the 9/11 families who I know say, look, we don't want that.
He continued to say that Muslims killed Americans on 9/11, which is when Goldberg and Behar got really upset and even walked off the stage.
I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here. I don't.
You're outraged about Muslims killed us on 9/11.
Walters immediately criticized the walkout before continuing the argument. However, she still gave Goldberg and Behar time to regain composure and return, during which time O'Reilly even apologized.
We're back because now you apologize. You apologize.
Look, but that's not the issue.
Do you agree with our picks?
Oh my gosh, you guys, that was such a funny one from the View host. I love to see them lose their cool totally, and it doesn't matter if they are in their private homes or on a live show. They just have to let that steam out when someone just provokes them out of nowhere. I love how they are always firing back at their guests. I guess this made this show so interesting to watch, and I really had fun reacting to this video. It was very hilarious and I enjoyed every bit of it. Let me know your thoughts on this one. And I believe you guys had fun watching this video as much as I did reacting to it. Give it a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And this is me officially signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.